So Travis Scott under fire, catching a little heat, pissing off a few sneakerheads, ruffling a couple of feathers here in the sneaker world, which as far as 2025 shoe releases, a lot of people would criticize that it's kind of been an off season for Travis Scott, an off year when you talk about his shoe releases. I personally wouldn't take it that far. And I would actually even go as far as to maybe like strongly disagree with that statement. But does Travis Scott have the right to be popping his ish? We're gonna get into it here shortly, guys. Talk about what just took place. But first, let's not forget we got the undefeated raffle, which as of 11 a.m. Eastern this morning has officially went live. This is the Jordan Brand Grail everybody's been waiting on, a sneaker which many people thought would never return. And as you guys see right here on the raffle page, only 72 pairs originally hit the streets for that first drop. So raffles live currently, smooth process via EQL. Don't forget to sign up. You guys have until Wednesday to be able to get your hands on them joints. And then Saturday will be the drop for everybody that missed out here on the raffle. So it's crazy that them joints are returning. Now recently, Travis Scott took to his Instagram stories. I guess he was excited about the return of this OG Jordan Brand Grail release, talking about, and for the record, it's OGs or nothing. Of course, showing his personal pair of the OG Jordan Brand Classic, which you guys saw right here on the front page. Only 72 pairs were originally made. So people look at this like, okay, Trav, we get it. You're a multi-millionaire. Of course, you can obtain a sneaker which only 72 pairs originally existed, which it kind of feels like he ruffled some feathers. So let's go ahead and take a look at how sneakerheads, around the Twitter world are reacting to Travis Scott posting this right here, which this dude put, someone tell this rich effing nerd to shut up. Seems like he ain't too happy about it as far as comments from Soul Retriever's post. Somebody put, too bad he doesn't know that the OGs are supposed to look like the retros, clown. It's a new release now, so forget the OGs, they falling apart now. Give me the new release and I'll be happy as can be. Dude is a millionaire and out of touch with reality. Regular people can't afford 20K for the OGs. We just want the shoe. Another I can say this because I'm rich saying he's not a real sneakerhead. He just has money. This dude put super corny, only 70 pairs in existence. Travis Scott was completely unknown 20 years ago. So it seems like people are going in on Travis as far as this post right here, which in my opinion, I feel like he didn't really it is maybe a disconnect, as I really don't feel like it was his intention to piss people off, such as I think he was just stating for the record that a lot of sneakerheads do say OG or nothing. But I think the disconnect here is, of course, this is a sneaker which, again, look at the front page right here, bruh. 72 pairs of this sneaker originally made. Do y'all know how rare that is? Like 72 pairs of a shoe, which dropped back in 2005. For even pairs to be in that good a condition, still existing, is mind-blowing. So I think that's the disconnect. Like, let's say if Travis said that for like a pair of let's say the Aqua 8s or something like that. Maybe not as far as like OGs, but like people would, talk about like their pair, which the last one was what, 2017? People would be like, all right, flexing the 2017 joints, saying that they're better than the new pair, or like the white cement 4s. You guys know what I'm talking about. But when you're flexing a shoe like this, which is so unobtainable, it's like, come on, bruh. You kind of have a little disconnect with the people right here. And I do kind of understand, why people would be frustrated with that statement. But I feel like, deep down, Trav is a real sneakerhead. It's just a little bit of a disconnect, with the audience or anything. But I don't feel like he had any bad intentions with that, and then coming off the Astro World travesty and all that, you feel like Trav, this is really gonna hurt his feelings or anything like that, bro. Like, definitely been through a whole lot more stress than that. But when we talk about what Travis Scott's been doing here in the sneaker lane as far as 2025, some people would say, being a little overly critical, saying it's an off year. As I mentioned, I would personally disagree, and I'll explain why. Now, just as of yesterday, it looks like Travis Scott was actually spotted rocking a new CPFM Nike Dunk, which this took place at a Nike tournament, the Toma El Juego, I guess is how you say it. So he kind of gave us a little glimpse. Of course, at a Nike event, wearing an unreleased shoe, like, what a perfect moment. So to give us a little closer look at these, which apparently are rumored to be the next upcoming CPFM Dunk, I ain't gonna lie, while I've been seeing some people hating on these online, I feel like these are dope. When you think of something as far as a CPFM Dunk, I think this is the colors, the materials that you would think of, which I feel like all come together to create a pretty cool looking shoe. It looks like you have a bigger Nike swoosh on these. So I would say these joints ain't bad. I'm not really sure why a lot of people are hating on these, but again, this is just Travis Scott previewing an upcoming CPFM potential release, which I feel like these are cool. Now, when you talk about Travis Scott drops himself, This is the guy which single-handedly has been pretty much running this whole hype lane when it comes to Nike Jordan brand drops. You know, they keep track of all of the entries for the Sneakers app releases each year, and over the last like 5 years or so, it's always been a Travis Scott Jordan which has topped that list. Most specifically, the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low, which I feel like this year he's had more of an emphasis, you know, showing that he is a true sneakerhead rather than just hitting us with a remix new colorway of another Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low. Travis, you know, based off his track record, he finally jumped in to the field, dropping his own all original Nike and Jordan brand silhouettes. Now, while they may not be as hype as some of the other Travis Scott Jordan retros, I still feel like these shoes don't get enough credit. So one of my favorite colorways of the Zoom Field Jacks would happen to be this Leche Blue color, which I'm not sure if that was the exact final production name, but I thought these were dope, man. Seeing them in person made them look even cooler. You got all the little Travis Scott details in there, included with a really nice colorway, man. I felt like them joints were super clean. If you guys aren't familiar, the Zoom Field Jacks is based off of some past Nike retro models, which all kind of come together to create not a bad looking shoe at all. And then of course you also got the T-Rex Zoom Field Jacks, which to me I like even better than the Zoom Field Jacks. These are dope right here. This is the upcoming Chase B collaboration, which we're supposed to be seeing, I guess, drop sometime around like October, September, something like that. This one gets a lot of love for the color blocking. Kind of takes us back to like them Air Yeezy Nike days, if you ask me. You also have the glow in the dark element featured on the sole, some 3M popping on this shoe. So this is a dope one, which it seems like off the early impressions, a lot of sneakerheads are rocking with. We'll see if that hype lives on once we get a little closer to this drop. But based off what we're seeing so far, I think this is definitely going to be a hot one. And we got more colors of the Zoom Field Jacks set to drop coming up here soon. So as far as Travis, you know, kind of staying out the lane of just doing the typical formula, let's not forget he also does have a surefire hit, one that a lot of people are going to be checking for. Of course, we're talking about the Fragment Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low, which is set to drop. It looks like currently in September. So you already know this one's going to be a smash hit right out the gate. Everybody always goes crazy for these Travis drops. Resellers, sneakerheads, everybody wants to get their hands on these. Now, as for me personally, while I do respect the Fragment Travis Scott collaboration aspect, to me, I feel like we've been seeing these joints like for damn near 2 years now, which the excitement has just kind of left, and I could really care less about these right here, which I know everybody's gonna love. I know I'll probably get like a lot of flack for saying I'm not too hyped for these, but I'm just being real. I feel like this one's just like overplayed out. I'm not too hyped on it. I know everybody's gonna want to grab these, but they're cool or whatever. So let's not forget Trav does have one of these in the vault ready to drop soon, but let's show some love. Let's put some respect on some of his releases that we've seen this year. And as far as him talking about OG or nothing, I don't think it was his intentions to really like just shit on the sneaker community like that. I think he just has a little disconnect, you know, being a multi-millionaire, but you know, you can learn from your lessons. But at the end of the day, for me, OGs are nothing all day. So again, Undefeated raffle is live as we speak. Make sure you guys enter for a chance to be able to get your hands on this Jordan brand classic. But and again, if you're a reseller and you're not looking to grab these for the personal, just stay away, stay away. Let somebody that's actually looking to get those be able to get their hands on those. So if you miss out on that raffle, again, we got Saturday's drop. Just wanted to check in with you guys. So drop your feedback. Let me know what y'all think about the whole Travis Scott situation. Are you mad at what he said, or do you just feel like maybe he has a little disconnect, you know, with the sneaker community and everything like that? So that's all I got for you guys today. I'll check in with y'all next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. J.A., I'm out. Love.